Hey, everybody. Good morning. Good Saturday morning, right? How is everybody? Missed you all last week, but thank you. Much needed rest and restoration. I think I'm over all of those crazy allergies. Waking up congested, and that's just not my jam. And it's a recent development in my life. So maybe it's going to be a part of my life for the rest of my life. I don't know. All right, come on in, so to speak. I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and this is our Yoga Basics live this morning. Feel free to say good morning. Let me know that you're here. Also, feel free to say if there's anything that's going on that in your body that you want to attend to, if there's poses or kind of breath practices that you're wishing to get involved with. So I'll spend a little moment just letting folks get acclimated as they're coming in. Say good morning if you wish, and let me know what's on your mind or any desires that you have about your practice this morning. Drinking a little bit of tea here. I've already been out for a nice long crisp walk. Ooh, it's kind of brisk out there up here in Michigan this morning, but the sun is shining, so it feels lovely. All right. Well, I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga. We've been a donation-based yoga community outreach for more than 10 years here in Lansing, Michigan. And we really have enjoyed being able to serve community with yoga, meditation, Tai Chi, mindfulness, trauma-informed, curvy yoga, queer yoga, all kinds of ways to encourage and be inclusive and accessible. Good morning, Abby. Good morning, Casey. It is a crispy one, right? I see that, Claudia. And Katusha, good morning. Good morning to everyone. Does anyone have anything going on that they want to address physically, breath-wise, mentally? Why are you here? Why do you want to hit your mat this morning? Empathizing with the allergies. Well, Katusha, thank you for the empathy, number one. And number two, it is a new thing for me. I am not used to my physical body not being my partner and instead kind of feeling at war with it. So I listened to it, but I'll tell you what, congestion and dribblings, I'm not a fan. I'm just going to say I'm not a fan. I'm going to meet my body where it is, and I'm going to care for it and nurture it and listen to it. But I am just saying to the universe, not a fan. All right, I'm going to give us another little moment in case anyone has any request, anything going on. Again, why are you here? What is it that you want to connect with? Hopefully, it's not just connecting with me. I love connecting with you, miss you, Casey, miss you, Claudia. But you're here to connect with you. Yoga, unification, yoking. We're going to connect with our bodies, our breath, our mental clutter, and hopefully get to see some clarity in between all of that. All righty. The time never expires for you to share. So feel free to plug some things in here. Abby, thank you, number one, for sharing, and I really do appreciate that. And number two, I hear you on the space in regards to COVID. And just 2020, right? We've all been confronting lots of levels of change, and sometimes like we can feel like we're good with change if it's paced out, right? But this year has really just kind of shown an erratic amount of change, and so it's like wait, and so sometimes the amount that we're dealing with is just an overload on our system. Katusha, thank you for sharing again. Working on focus, struggle for me during these times. Both of you, I deeply appreciate that. Why don't we start in a comfortable seated space? You can be sitting with your legs out in front of you. You can be sitting cross-legged. Please, if there's more that anyone else wants to share about what's going on, why you're here, I appreciate the shares. I'm interpreting a lot in regards to COVID or in regards to focus. So do help me fine tune if you feel the need to. How I have interpreted and experienced COVID has been maybe different, than the way any of you have. I know that has stirred up a lot of uncertainty, a lot of anxiety, but also my practice of, this is anxiety. And I'm going to call it an anxiety practice and not an anti-anxiety practice, because I've got to get to know it. I can't just want to push it away. I have to want to get to feel it and know, this is me in anxiety. Oh, this is me with it dialed down a little bit. This is me with a full-blown level of it, and I'm still walking, talking, breathing, sleeping, eating, maybe having furious rage, maybe not, maybe curling up in a ball. But I've got to know my layers of it. All right. If anything, this year has given us plenty of practice ground. And focus. That's a really interesting desire, Katusha. And so I appreciate you bringing that in. Let's see if we can incorporate some of that with our movement practice, our breath practice, and our meditative practice this morning. So let's come into being in our seated space. Maybe give ourselves a little bit of touch, just to awaken our awareness of living in a physical body shell. Come on in. If you're new, just come on in. Feel free to say good morning. And if you have any desires about your practice, Claudia and Joe are sharing contentment and truth, satya and santosha. Ooh, thank you. Wow, nice tall order, everybody. Why don't we take a few breaths? You choose how you want that to be. It can be a silent breath. It can be a big, loud breath. Maybe feel out, how have I not engaged with my breath lately? And give yourselves the way in which you have it. I know I want to hear mine as an instrument. I just came from the outside too, so I'm feeling rather invigorated in my breath. How has my breath been serving me of late? Eyes open. Let's be aware of our sense of sight. Try not to identify with a thing in the room that you're in. Just see the eyes picking up color, shape, light spectrum. Feel the eyes doing what it's doing. Maybe be amazed at the spectrum of periphery vision. And just, wow. Look at these awesome orbs bringing me so much information, so much depth of perception. Feel the breath, feel the aroma coming through our nasal passageways. Maybe start to notice how taste and aroma and smell are related to one another. Feel that collaboration, right? That unification. Already we're yoking. Hear sound. Be in your body as a being that's detecting and bringing in so much information, our nervous system and physical body working together. Collaboration. Now let's feel our sense of touch, the clothing on your skin. I'm going to confess, I changed pants a couple of times because I didn't like how the waistband was cinching in my waist. Another confession, I've been learning how to bake. I've been baking bread, so that means I've been eating a lot of bread. And so the cinching in my waist definitely let me know how much bread I've been eating. But I didn't like how that restriction of the elastic band, so I changed. And now I feel a more comfortable space of the fabric on my skin, but I'm feeling that fabric in different areas. That hug, temperature of the air on our skin. Pratyahara, sense withdrawal or awareness of our connection with our senses, is a limb of yoga. It is an aspect of yogic practice. Are there sensations we lean into? Sensations that we avoid? If you wish to join single Om, feeling all of the sensory perception that we can. Wide open throat, feel vibration, sense of touch. We'll feel the breath, maybe breathe in an aroma and a smell and a taste. Deep breath in. Let's take a moment and have some silence. Feel the space that you occupy externally and internally. All there is this moment. The future may never come, and that means the next minute. So let's absorb and occupy, embody this actual moment. Present awareness, open and accessible, loving and kind. Loving and kind doesn't mean that there aren't things that are still aggravating us, but that we're stepping into this moment and I'm willing to experience it, and I want to just bring my loving kindness. Let's round the spine, rock the tailbone under, and then just notice the spectrum of feeling up and down your spine, the lowest parts of your spine, the widest parts of your spine, the highest parts of your spine. And breathe in, tilt the tailbone back, thrust the chest open. We're not in control. We're just opening and feeling what is here. And just notice how you're responding. Hey, I'm still whole and alive and safe. Exhale, round the spine. Just be here in this room. Shared space and community with one another. Inhale, arch and lift. Feel your skin responding, your flesh responding. Start to maybe notice if you're forcing anything. Is that acceptance of the body, contentment, and round the spine? Feeling the truth of what's going on. Are you feeling the truth of your breath? Did we hold our breath? And when you notice that something did stop, maybe laugh out loud. Bring that joy, that humor in, and bring the spine to neutral, all right, where we're accepting ourselves, not taking things too seriously. Find some joy in this state of movement. I'm going to change the cross of my legs. If your legs are straight out in front of you, maybe widen them a little bit, all right? Own where you want to be in your body. I like to deliver some touch just to be aware of, hey, I occupy this frame. How is it doing this morning? Feel sensation. I love touching parts of the body I don't usually engage in, right? Under here, I'm not usually touching this a lot. All right. Let's find a twist, okay? So I'm holding my knee, but you don't have to. You can hold your thigh. You can just have one hand behind you and twist. I love checking in on whether I'm forcing too much and just feel that spiral. If you can relax the belly, try to do so and let the organs breathe. B.K.S. Iyengar said the practice of yoga poses, the practice of asana, makes our physical bodies fit vessels for our spirit. And I love that as a perspective for why we're doing yoga asana. Making this a fit house for my consciousness to live in. Not to become buff, not to do the most awesome levitation. And release. Love to spend some time letting that release go on and feel the sensations. My spine's a little rickety-crickety this morning. And then we'll come around to the other side. Breathe in, lift the chest, be gentle. Exhale, see what wants to move as you revolve. Feel the cycle of constant change that's inside of a spiral. There's an amount of tension being applied up and down the spiral and an amount of yielding. Feel your breath. Maybe feel the bones. I just felt something kind of snap a little bit as it eventually yielded to movement. And gently release. Feel the skin, the flesh, everything coming back into place. Breathe in and sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands through the center line, coming through our third eye, coming through our voice into our heart. Breathe in and reach. Body and breath working together, reaching up. What are we aspiring to? Exhale, gathering that down through the third eye, into our voice, into our heart, into our fire. One more time. Breath in. Feel your shoulders, your arms, everything working together, your ribs. And let's find a gentle side bend. We'll bring one hand over and just invite movement through the side of our body. Sometimes we only think about moving frontally and in reverse, front and back. Let's remember that we can move and expand in different directions and gently bring ourselves back up. How did that side respond to movement? Did we put too much into it? Did we take ourselves too far? Or was there a yum factor? And let's find an exhale as we come over to the other side. Breath in. Breath out. Feel the hip joints, the ribs, the skin, the flesh. What's changing right now? Nothing is static. And gradually lift. Feel everything in the upper body that's aspiring to reach up. Feel everything in the bottom body that's pressing down. Feel the folds of skin, the back of your calves, meeting into your thighs if your legs are crossed. Maybe your legs are extended out and in front of you, and you're feeling the skin on the backs of the legs pressing into the earth. Beautiful. All right. I'm going to invite us to come to hands and knees. If you need to put a blanket underneath of your knees, feel free to give yourselves the comfort and ease that you need. Or at least start to build that awareness. It's fine to start to come here and then go, oh, wait, maybe I do need a little bit of added cushioning. All right. Joints sometimes don't like compression. All right. That isn't using a blanket and bolsters and props is not an admission of weakness. It's an admission of getting to know what we need and practicing giving ourselves what we need. Let's feel the palms. And then maybe move the knees back and forth. Feel weight bearing. How is the body receiving weight bearing? How is the skin receiving weight bearing? Can we breathe while we're doing this? And then we'll bow and flex. We did this sitting, but now we have a different orientation to gravity. As we breathe in, pulling the chest up. Can you feel the neck and throat? How about the low belly? Exhale, rounding the spine. Breathe in as we arch and lift. Now, sometimes I like to just choose an aspect of physicality to bring my focus into. Exhale, round. So, for example, I could just be focusing on all of my bones as I do this. Breathe in, arch, and lift. So I become familiar with different bones and what I can feel about them as I do this. Maybe you do that for a few cycles or a few days. And then maybe your focus can shift to cartilage. Feeling cartilage in between my ribs and in my breastplate. And asking myself, oh, cartilage moves. Is anything moving? Oh, tendons, ligaments. You get the picture, right? You can scan your way through and just feel skin. I love having a skin practice because it's what's my relationship between the outside world and the inside world. And then we'll come to neutral. Let's see about a side-to-side sway and swinging hips left and right. Now I'm going to try to see if I can keep my chest over my thumbs and just isolate, moving the low waist side to side, asking the side waist muscles to move. And after enough repetitions, you might start to feel the muscles on the sides and the low abdomen start to work. You know, some of those sensations might be strange. And maybe just look at your reaction to the sensation. What's going on? Are we a little surprised? Are we shocked? Are we tired? Are we afraid? Sometimes we greet all new sensations as foreign and fearsome. And they don't have to be anything to fear. They're just new. Good. And let's release. I'm going to twist my right arm open. That could be your left. I think we only have two options. If you have 3 arms, you're awesome. You get extra arms for hugging. Breath in. And let's gently release. What did we feel in the organs, the belly, the chest? Breathe in and twist. Breathe in and out as we're here. Feel that right arm giving you stability. How much is pressing down? How much is the waist moving? Feel that twisting. Now remember, everything is always constantly changing. What are you feeling that's changing right now? What could you activate to change to feel something differently? In breath, in movement, And release. Good. I'm going to roll my way up onto my knees. Now I'm going to give a little bit of space in between the inner thighs, so maybe just a fist width here. And I'm going to turn back sideways here. Try to keep my hips over the knees, shoulders over the hips. Roll the shoulders up and back and away, up, back, and away. And then as we're going in this circle, see if you can start to notice, is there a direction that I move more easily into or that I'm more aware of? Can I put some attention into a direction that I know I'm really driving by? For me, that's down. So I'm really trying to feel the energy of, could I press those shoulder blades down any further? Forward is also an area that I don't really spend a lot of time in. Feeling what's moving in the chest, what's moving in the back of the chest. Is the neck moving too? Can it? What can I feel? What's loosening up? Now, hands to the low back, fingertips down, hips over the knees. Now, you might already feel as though you're bending backward. See if you can just allow that tummy to breathe. I'm pressing down a little bit, creating a little bit of lengthening, a little stretching in the low back. Also, decreasing a little bit of compression. Now, upward energy in the rib cage. Freedom in the breath. Start to bring some awareness into how much we restrain and restrict movement in our abdomen. Can we encourage movement, freedom in the belly, in our digestion, in our gut instincts? You gotta let it move. Breathe in, pull the chest upward. Notice what you're feeling. Notice your breath. Exhale. I'm going to bend the knees, sink the butt down, and let the arms come down. Now, some of you might want your arms back. Some of you might want your arms out in front of you for child's pose. Now, knees wide might be more comfortable to let the belly and the chest fall down. Notice how you're feeling your breath here. What are you enjoying about it? Can you encourage ease and not force? The practice of yoga poses, yoga asana, makes our bodies fit vessels for our spirit. And if we make it a more fit vessel, how does our spirit express that it's comfortable in this body? Are we more able to hear our inner spirit, our inner voice, when the body is more freely, healthily carrying the spirit? We'll come forward to hands and knees. I'm going to bring my knees in. And I'm going to lengthen my left leg back. Now, feeling that leg parallel to gravity, parallel to the earth, being suspended and unsupported, just being held by the hip. Squeeze the muscles of the left leg. Really put some energy into holding your own leg. Can we breathe while we're here? How much weight is in the arms? Even distribution of energy. And bring the left knee down. Lengthen the right leg back. Try not to press too much into both arms. Ask the core to tighten and hold you. Breath in. Breath out. What's going on in the right foot? How much air can you feel going on in between the toes? Occupy your body. Where is heat building? And bring the right knee down. Going to roll it up till we're standing on the knees again. Getting ready for a camel. Hands to the low back. Maybe work the hips side to side. My hips are tight, so I love just a little bit of rocking movement in any posture is a nice way to just wake the body up, feel what's going on, rather than jamming the body, right? I'm looking at the relationship my mind is having with my body. I'm not here to dominate my body. We're here to collaborate. And breathe in, lift the chest. Exhale, relax the upper chest and let the gaze go to the ceiling. Let it be a heart lift. Apply a little bit of intention into upward energy in the rib cage. Belly is breathing. How much of your entire body can your awareness occupy right here? Feel the skin on the back of the body. Feel the bones in your feet. Not just the areas that are asking for all of the attention. We could miss out on some ease and some loving kindness and some joy. And bring ourselves back up one more time into child's pose. And now feel the flesh of the chest and belly up against the thighs. Let the head rest maybe on your hands or on a block. Feeling compression. So we've just gone from a big open, uninhibited space to a folded in space. Feel your body, feel your breath. What are we enjoying about it? Are there aspects, even teeny aspects? Are there things that we're just not sure about? Or they're just uncomfortable or unfamiliar? How do we occupy the unfamiliar? Are we still the same loving, kind people? All right, we'll come forward to hands and knees. Take your time. Notice how you got there. Breathe in and reach that left leg back. Exhale, pull the knee into the belly. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to the belly. Now we'll just continue in this way and let yourselves feel something about your physicality. What's changing? Heat might be starting to percolate. We're feeling more compression in the hands maybe. Maybe that limb, that leg feels free. Maybe it's enjoying the lengthening. And we'll reach that left leg back, twist the hip open. Maybe we're confused. Maybe we're really happy about it. And close the hip. Don't worry about whether you did it perfectly. Did you do it right? Bring the left knee down. Shake the wrists out if you need. And we'll lengthen the right leg back. Breath in. Are we still lengthening the spine long? Are you occupying your body, or are you just doing a thing that was called out? Breath in. Exhale, knee to belly. Don't bring the belly to the knee. Inhale, lengthen. Laugh out loud if I was just talking to you. Exhale, knee to belly. Inhale, lengthen, make room for the breath, expand through the leg. Exhale, knee to belly, pull it in, feel your inner strength, drawing that knee in. Inhale. Exhale, knee to belly. Inhale, reach. Yeah, I don't count really well. Exhale, twisting the hip, asking the waist. Maybe recall when we did that side-to-side hip shaking, side-to-side bending. Feel those muscles helping. And close. Now we're going to step the right foot up. Now, some of you, this might be as far as it goes. If that's the case, just help it up there. We'll bring it up. See if as you bend that knee, can you have that knee over the heel? I'm going to bring my left hand to the floor down here, but you can have a block here as well, or a stack of books. Now I'm going to try not to swing my right hip open. I'm going to keep it back here in this lunge and twist the rib cage. Just let the right hand rest. Your gaze can be down at the floor. Breath. What part of your body are you occupying with your attention right now? Can you start to observe something else and what's changing? Maybe play with your root. How much is pressing into the earth to give you rooted stability? That right foot, that left knee, that left arm. Can the belly and the waist and the spine twist? Can we breathe while we're here? Is the mind trying to do stuff? Now, see, I notice I just backed off of my knee bend, so now I'm going to bend that and twist. And I feel more work. And some parts of my body are like, oh, man. Breath. And bring the right hand down. Step the right knee back. And we'll step the left foot up. and see how far you can bring it up there unassisted. But then once you feel out that you need assistance, bring it up there. Help yourselves. Notice what you need. Don't impose a demand of some perceived level of performance that you feel that you're supposed to have. Meet yourselves where you are and give some forgiveness and some love. Right hand down, left knee over left heel. Feel the difference here. You might be feeling something different going on in your hips, your groin. Right hand down. Now this is my strong arm, so to speak, my right dominant arm. So I feel way more firm in that right arm. It actually overdoes. So now I'm going to ask my left leg to do a little bit more. And twist. Because we're looking for that sattva, that balance, that equilibrium. But first we get to observe the imbalances. Breath in. Breath out. Noticing where we overexert. Noticing where we can't feel anything going on. Where we're disconnected. Breath in. Look at it with curiosity. Breath out. Find something that you're enjoying sensation-wise right here. Something that you're learning about, your physicality, your breath, your mind. And I'm going to bring my left hand down. Tuck the back toes. I'm going to step the back leg up. Take as many steps as you need. Now, I have my legs apart here, so you don't have to have the feet absolutely together. That'll be far more forgiving on your hamstrings. Look at your feet. Try to have the toes all pointing forward. And we're going to let the upper body hang. So a great starting point is bending the knees. Grab your upper arms. Let them dangle. Let the upper body dangle. You can hold opposite elbows. Where is your mind right now? Where are you? What are you feeling? What are you allowing, surrendering to? Surrender not as in defeat, but surrender as in being present with. Surrender to the present moment. The present moment in each toe. The present moment in the arches of your feet. The present moment in the backs of your calves and hamstrings. Can you soften that experience? Can you intensify that experience? Maybe just softly bend the knees a little bit more. Feel what's going on. Maybe start to straighten one leg or both a little more. Never be shy about playing around. You're here to feel. Maybe shift your weight forward and back in the feet. More weight forward into the front of the feet. More weight back into the heels. What is changing? What's changing and how are we responding? Release the arms. We'll gradually round the spine upright to standing. We'll come to mountain, our first time standing erect. Feel your feet, eyes open. Let's reconnect again with all of our senses. Feel your legs holding you. Your core is holding you upright and erect. If it wasn't doing anything, we'd be a puddle, all right? So the body is doing a lot. Let's give it our respect and our love. Maybe smile. Feel the muscles in your face. All right, stay connected to you. Stay connected to why you're here, whether it's your focus, whether it's to try to restore yourself and your relationship to change. Claudia, truth, Joe, contentment. We're going to continuous flow here a little bit. Pause where you need to pause. Laugh out loud, okay? You're here to connect. You're not here to make your mind dominate your body. We're here to feel. Let's breathe in and lengthen upward. Exhale, forward fold. What are we noticing in our legs? Our spine. Breathe in, lift the spine up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to the floor or a block. You can have a block out here in front of you. Step the left foot back, back foot flat, right knee bends. Maybe use your hands to walk your way up. Feel your back leg, feel your hips. Notice where your mind is going, especially if you're feeling something that's super tight or if you're critical in your mind. Are you saying something critical of yourself? Are you applying a should somewhere in your inner voice? Breathe in, lift and grow without strain. Soften your fingers. Exhale, reach the chest forward. Reach the arms back. Feel your legs. Feel your feet. What are each of them doing? Can you ask the back leg to do more? Sweep the arms out. Breathe in and come up. Your hands can always stay at prayer if you prefer. Breathe in. Exhale it forward. Inhale it back up. What's starting to fatigue? What's changing? What's changing and feeling good? What's changing and starting to get really tired? Exhale it down, hands down. Step the left foot up. Feel that process. Feel the arrival of the left foot on the floor. And then we'll step the right foot back. Feel the arrival of the right foot on the earth. What are we feeling texturally? Sense of touch in the whole body. Now, if you don't need to support yourselves, just go ahead and use the core and the back muscles to come up. Maybe work the hips a little side to side. What can move? What do we get to learn about this physical body, about it, how it carries us on the earth? Breathe in and reach. If you want, or hands to prayer. Exhale, lengthen forward. I'm going to hold here for a moment in appreciation of the breath, the organs, all of the functions that are going on, as well as the legs that are giving me that root foundation. Breathe in and come up. Feel the energy that's pressing down. Feel the energy that's lifting up. Am I applying myself to them, or are they just happening? How much intentional awareness can I be in as I occupy this body? Breath in, exhale forward, feel heat, feel fluidity. Breathing in, coming up, breath, exhale. We're going to bring the hands to the floor or a block. Bring the right knee down, step the left knee back. We're going to start with a hands and knees plank. Maybe walk those knees back. Some people like to cross their ankles. That's cool. Nipples over thumbs. Take a breath. Exhale. Bend the elbows straight backward and hover the chest maybe an inch off the floor, and then feel free to collapse yourselves down to the floor. Lengthen the legs back. Breathe in. Lift the chest gradually. Elbows remaining bent. Exhale, lower. So that's Cobra or Bhujangasana. Thumbs down alongside your ribs. Pin the elbows. Unclench your butt muscles. Build awareness. What is my body doing? Does it need to be doing that? Breathe in and lift. Well, this is about my heart. Can I just let my heart find some movement? My chest and upper chest. Exhale, lower it down. Can you let go now? There's nothing to be bracing for. When we can be at ease, do we know when we can be at ease? And will we take it? Breathe in and lift. Exhale, lower. Feel your organs on the earth being a part of our root. Breathe in and lift. Shoulders back. Exhale, come to hands and knees. We're going to go for our first down dog. Spread the palms nice and wide. Middle finger facing straight ahead. Tuck the toes under. See how many toes you can feel. You don't have to put very much pressure, but maybe start with the pinky. Can you ask the pinky to touch first and curl that one under? How much do we occupy our feet? How much are we aware of what they're doing in the processes when we're standing in them? And then maybe lift the knees just an inch or so. Breath. How much are the arms doing? How much is the core doing? And lower. Lift the knees just an inch. Feel your arms, your chest giving you support. Straighten the legs a little. Breath. And lower. Feel free to shake your wrists out. Do you know how much you're compressing in the palm? Are you aware of how much you're compressing in the wrists? Could you be putting more into the fingers and ask for a distribution into more of the flesh rather than a single area of the flesh? There's a lot to play with. Laugh out loud. Ask these poor little digits to do more weight bearing. Feel the other digits in the feet. Okay, all of the digits. Tuck the toes. Lift the knees. Now see if you can ask the hips to go up and the head drops down. Now those heels could be way up in the air. Check in with those palms again. What are they doing? Check in with those feet again. What are they doing? If you want to separate them a little wider, go ahead. Maybe pedal your heels up and down. Feel the muscles in your waists, the sides of your ribs. What are they doing? Could they engage to give you more solidity and form? Breath in. Relax your diaphragm. Soften your neck. Good. Tilt the tailbone up and down a little. Could you curve your low back and forth a little? And then what do we get to learn and feel along the way? And gently bring your knees down. All right, we're going to find a little bit more of a flow, but I want everyone to really realize that when you're developing your home practice in particular, you don't have to do a flow. You can do your down dog, come to child's pose, take a rest, and do your down dog. 20 breaths, 30 breaths, whatever. There's going to be more than enough that starts to reveal itself to you about what's going on in here, what's going on in the abs, what's going on in the legs. And you're building a strength and stability. You're also working on that focus. You're also getting to work on being present in the moment and being contented with what's going on. All right. You might say, but I'm going to get bored doing one pose. Oh, a whole world can open up to you in the spectrum of sensation, physicality, physical ability, and the mental space of being in a single pose. There's a depth that's going on. All right, but we're not going to hang out in down dog all day. All right, so we're going to bring our hands here. You choose, maybe change something about your width of it so that you can learn. What do I feel? What do I notice about my ring finger? What do I notice about certain areas of my forearms? Tucking the toes, lifting the hips downward, facing dog. Maybe shake your head left and right. Where's your breath? Where is your mind? What feeling have you been craving to feel all day, all week? Can our emotional state be a choice? Right here, right now, nothing else is pressing other than you being present with how you feel sensation-wise and emotionally. Make a choice and practice the feeling. Breathe in, tilt the tailbone up. Exhale, left knee down. Step the right foot up, and you'll notice you would have had to bring that knee to the chest, so that's a great way to continue doing that practice. Step that left foot up. Let's roll the spine up to standing. Breathe in and reach. What are we aware of? Only the upper body? How about the bottom body? Exhale, forward fold. Can you feel the back of the spine as well as the belly? Breathe in, lift the chest. Exhale, hands down, step the left foot back foot flat. Keep the right knee bent. Choose how you want to come up. Breathing in. Exhale it forward and lift. Now see, as we're doing this, can you pull your left hip bone back? Right hip bone back a bit. Breath in. Exhale forward. Feel those legs. Thank them for holding you. Breathing in and lift. Let's twist it open to the right. Broad, open, inviting. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Feel the hands even come in contact with the floor or the block. Step that left foot up. Step the right foot back foot flat. Aim the right toes to the front right corner of the mat. Feel the intention of your left knee. Feel your core and your spine lifting you up. Pull that left hip back a bit. Feel that slight adjustment. Breath in. Where are you in your body? Exhale it forward. Inhale. What's the state of our breath? How fluid can we be? How fluid do we want to be? Exhale it forward. I've just started to let myself feel a waterfall in my body and just feel the body expressing that. Breath in, twisting it open to the left. Your choice. Maybe practice. I'm going to feel more robotic and rigid. And then I'm going to feel more fluid. Hands down. We're going to bring the right knee down. Step that left knee back. If you want to find an extended plank, feel free. So legs extended, legs squeezing together, or stay on those knees. Maybe you started to practice the extended plank and really want to change your mind. Change your mind. Have a relationship. What does the physical body want to do? Is it going to meet you there? Does it have more strength than you know? Are you running out of gas? Breath in. Exhale, elbows shave the ribs. Let's come the elbow height and then to the floor. Good. We're going to reach the arms out in front of us. Right arm and left leg lift and lower. What did we feel on the front of the body and the back of the body? Inhale, lift. Feel activation of muscles. Exhale, lower. Feel the release of engagement. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, lower. Switch. Breathe as you lift and activate. Exhale, lower. Let all that air out and switch. Inhale, can you relax your neck? Exhale, lower. What's going on in your heart and the heat in your body? Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. We're going to do a few more unless you need to take a break. Take a break. Breathe in and lift. Can you lift that left thigh a little higher? Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Can you use more tummy muscles than back muscles? Exhale, lower. Both ends of the body. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Feeling a different foundation, right? Our legs aren't supporting us anymore. Our center belly is going to be our root and our ground. Inhale, lift. Breath. Exhale, lower. One more time if you wish. See if your gut can be your floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Turn your head to one side. Soften your back muscles. Soften your neck. Soften your thoughts. Turn your head to the other side. What are you noticing in sensation around your whole body? Feel your body weight sinking to gravity. Feel your breath inflating your body, deflating your body. Feel your heartbeat. We'll bring the hands back alongside the waist. Gently press your way up to hands and knees, and we'll find child's pose. Maybe change something about the child's pose. Maybe knees a little closer together, maybe knees a little farther apart. I'm going to keep my arms out in front of me here, and I'm going to notice what's going on in the backs of the shoulders, armpits. Oh, the lowest part of my neck where it meets my upper spine, my upper back. It's feeling a little tense, a little tight. I might want to lengthen my head out a little further like I was a turtle in a shell, lengthening, and then ask my hips to press down. That's actually lengthening a bit of my neck, spine, vertebrae. Feeling the breath. Now practicing a little contentment. Because when I get into alignment, I can get into like overly meticulous, be overly meticulous about alignment, and that becomes the distraction, and I'm no longer in the contented space. So now I'm just like, okay, I'm done fidgeting, and I'm just going to accept. And you know what? Everything in my spirit's like, thank goodness. We're tired of applying ourselves all the time. We're tired of trying, doing, striving. Contentment. All right, I'm going to introduce us to Apanasana. We're going to bring our hands to your ankles. Maybe you hold your pants, but if you can hold your ankles or your feet or your shins, great. We're going to bring our head as close to our knees as we can to the floor. And then very gently start to roll onto the top of your head as you lift your butt upward. It could just be an inch or so. It doesn't have to be very much. Now try not to collapse everything down into your neck. Draw the shoulders up toward the ceiling. Make room in your belly for breath. This is not the best space for anyone who is well endowed in the chest. So you could, I'm sure you can hear the echo going on for me. Try to keep the back of the windpipe open. And gently lower the hips down, rolling it up until we're sitting back on the heels, and we'll come to a seated space. I'm going to turn this way. In this seated space, we'll bring this left knee in, wrap the right arm around the left knee, left hand behind you for support. Now notice how I've just kind of let the collapse go on. I am not occupying my body with intention. Here I'm going to ask the spine to hold itself upright, asking it to actively engage. So I'm just bringing that awareness. Doesn't mean that your spine is going to be as straight as mine. I'm not saying that my spine is perfect. Squeezing the right leg, being actively engaged in it being a part of my anchor. Breathe in, exhale, twist the belly button. Done a lot of twisting. Twisting is very important. Not only in a detoxifying or release of strain, stagnant energy, but it also is just a wonderful way to start to engage into noticing states of change, states of activation, and states of yield. And gently release. I'm going to let that leg come back out, squeezing those legs, occupying them, spine up, bringing this right leg in, wrapping this right arm around that knee, right hand. I like to bring it as close to my hip as possible because that gives me a lot more support to hold that spine. But if you need it to be further back, great. Just try not to be leaning back to come to it if you can. Breath in. Exhale, twist, 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 twist. Feel your belly. Feel your organs. Shoulders down. We bring a lot of tension up into the shoulders. We're trying really hard. We're trying to make something happen. And gently release. Okay, so I'm going to cross my right ankle above my left knee. Now I'm going to go ahead and encourage us to, you could walk those arms back just to make some space. Now how far this goes is really going to depend on how much tummy we have, okay? So we're going to bring the left leg in with this right foot still crossed. And I'm going to use these arms to lift the chest up. Yep, you might be feeling something in your right butt. This is a nice upright sitting kind of pigeon pose. And then we can bring ourselves back and back up. Breath. Keep the chin down. Notice what you're noticing. Feel what's going on. And one more time if you want. Or you can say, hey, I'm done with this. Breath. I'm going to straighten my left leg and get ready to switch it out. So we're going to bring this left ankle up. Feel that out. Maybe deliver some touch. What's going on? I can already feel, for me, this is going to be a tight experience because it's already tight. I think I overdid something yesterday. Or the body is just wearing the activity of yesterday in today. I'm going to bring the right foot in. Woo! Now I'm going to back that off a little bit because I was definitely trying to make my left side do what my right side did. And so now it's a little bit better. Chest up and Release it, round my spine a little. I like how that feels. I'm just going to twist. Nobody gets to give you permission for how to move in your body. And then lift. It's a nice way to just kind of release energy. Rounding, feel, and lift. Directing my chest up, feeling the right foot pushing down. Still respecting what that left hip has to say. Good. I'm going to release. Legs out in front. Flex. Point and flex. Wake up the feet and the toes. Those legs don't have to be together. You can have a little space or you can bring them together. And maybe clear out some flesh from the buttocks away from the sit bones so that you can feel the sit bones underneath of your butt flesh on the floor. Squeeze the thighs, chest intending an upward lift. Shoulders down. Breath in. Stay in the toes, stay in the ankles, stay in the feet. Hinge at the hips and stop when the spine wants to round. Release the arms and roll the spine back up. We probably felt a huge spectrum of feeling. So let's breathe in and lift. Exhale, hinge, breath, release the arms, roll it up. Don't have a goal in mind about how far down you want it to be. Certainly don't get prideful about any level that you do achieve, all right? Breath in, exhale, forward fold. Just meet yourselves where the body wants to go. Roll it up. What's changed already on that third time? Find some ease in the shoulders and the neck. Breath in. Love everything that you're feeling. Exhale, forward, because you can feel it. Roll the spine up. Don't wait until we have a paralysis or a loss of a limb for us to appreciate every bit of spectrum of sensation. Exhale, forward fold. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, push the backs of the hamstrings into the floor. Breath out. Soften your neck. Where's contentment here? Breath in. Breath out. And we'll bring the spine up. All right, we're going to come down to lying down on our backs. If you do have a block or some cushions, feel free to get them. I'm going to take a block with me here. We're going to do a supported bridge. It's a nice way to alleviate any pressure that may be going on in the low back. The low back takes a lot, especially if we're sitting a lot, okay? Whether you're sitting in a car, you're sitting in a chair, really a lot of compression. So a wonderful aspect of asana practice, yoga asana practice, the posture practice, is that we can try to bring some equal and opposite movements for equilibrium and balance in the body. And maybe throughout the day, we can start to say, you know what, I did a lot of back bend. I probably need to bend forward. You know what, I haven't really twisted the spine and it's asking for it because it's embodying a strain of excess of one kind of movement. All right. Feet are separated a few inches apart. I've got a block here. I'm going to take it to its lowest height, but I'm going to bring it underneath of my tailbone. So I'm going to let it reside just above my tailbone, but not in the small of my back. Gaze straight up to the ceiling. Try not to turn your head in this. We're going to go into a supported bridge. Push down through the feet, lifting the hips, seeing if we can just bring the lowest height of your block underneath of you or your rolled up blankets. For just a little elevation of the low back. And then see if you can let your body weight sink onto the block. How limp can you let the body go? I love this aspect of practice where I get to see, I don't know how to let that go. That is an embodied tension. And, I usually start with the brain rationale part that goes, I should be able to make that stop. It's not working. Why isn't that working, right? And so I'll Rubik's Cube that forever in my brain until I finally just concede, that's stuck on strain. Now I also have to bring some contentment to that and just go, we're not here to fix ourselves. We're here to gain awareness. Breath in, breath out. The awareness starts to loosen our ability to find the equilibrium with patience, love, kindness, truthfulness, acceptance. Soften your shoulders. So instead of just focusing on the area that you can't soften, let's bring some appreciation to the areas that are. Love up on it. Feel the body weight sinking into the block. Let the breath go freely in the belly. Soften in the shoulders and the neck, the hands, the wrists, the fingers. There's nothing to change, nothing to fix. We are perfect as we are. You are alive with breath in your body, aware and conscious. We can't ask for more than those gifts, those blessings. If you want to explore straightening a leg or both, go ahead. It could create some twingy back pain. So, just bring the leg back in if you like. I like doing one at a time lately. Just noticing what I feel in the stretch in the front of the hip. Noticing the weight of the bones in my upper back just sinking. Feeling my body just happy to not have to hold itself. I'm going to switch legs. I'm going to move gently though. Letting a little tender caressing movements be a part of how I move in my body. Breath in. Breath out. Let the hips sink heavy. Let go of doing in your legs. Do they need to be doing? They don't need to be doing anything. Feel what letting go feels like. Discover new levels of letting go. States of change in letting go. And we'll gently bring that leg back in if it was lengthened. Take your time as you start to lift the hips. Notice your feet, your ankles, your shins, your thighs, everything. And then we'll gradually move the block and just hold here with the hips lifted. This is me and my body with my hips lifted, my feet holding me, my belly breathing. This is me aware of my breath, aware of my senses in this shape. Am I in one leg more than the other? Is my mind already in a future space? Can I be right here? Slowly lower the hips down. Feel the spine arriving into the earth. Bottoms of the feet coming together, knees falling open. If you're comfortable doing this movement, all right? This is a very vulnerable, maybe triggering space in the pelvis, in the genitalia. So if you prefer to keep the knees up, go ahead and keep the knees up. Acknowledge for yourself, any level of vulnerability that you're opening yourself to, of self-consciousness that you're opening yourself to. Be present with that as well. With contentment and acceptance of where we are. Notice sensation in your skin, sense of touch. Notice your sense of sight, hearing, smell, taste. We'll gradually bring the knees back up toward the ceiling, feet down, just light stomping of the feet. Feel that percussive stimulation, that vibrational impact. Feel your skin moving, your flesh, maybe in your cheeks, your jaw, your neck. We'll rock the tailbone back and forth, curving the tailbone under, rocking it back. Feel your low back. And then we'll draw one knee into the chest. Feel that compression. Don't overdo. Invite the other knee into the chest. Feel your back on the floor. If you want to rock, feel that rocking. Eyes open if you don't mind. Being aware of the eyes, just receiving light spectrum. Again, trying not to identify anything. Are there areas of the spine that are really enjoying this? Areas of the belly and the compression that are enjoying this? Are the shoulders straining and bunching up? Do they need to? Keep the knees into the chest. Release the arms. Your elbows can be bent if you like. And we'll let the knees fall over to the left. Gaze over the right shoulder. Whatever direction you want to go in. I just named off left. Maybe when you exhale, flutter the lips. Gradually bringing ourselves back up. Feel the core activation. Feel your spine. And we go over to the other side. Twisting it out and letting go. There's nothing to do. Gravity is doing it. Let the yoga be done to you. And you're feeling the connection in your nervous system. Feeling the connection in your sensory perception. And we'll gradually come on back to center. And straighten the legs up toward the ceiling. Rest the backs of the shoulder blades on the mat. Hold the legs with the least amount of energy that you can. How limp can the legs be while they're lifting up to the ceiling? Feel that limp body weight of your chest sinking into the floor. One more nice deep breath. Sigh it out. We'll bring the legs down. Straighten the legs out. You can widen them if you like. You could keep the knees bent if your back gets aggravated by lying down flat on your back. Preparing the body for a position of stillness for Shavasana. It doesn't mean that you have to be lying flat on your back. If you'd like to swing your legs up the wall, go ahead. You want a cushion under your knees or your back? Go ahead. The point of Shavasana is it's a posture of stillness. So once you've chosen how you want the body to be, let it be. Resisting any urge to fidget, to twitch, to adjust, to itch. Being in the body in a non-reactive way. Observing what we experience. Feel the breath going into your nostrils, filling up your belly and your chest, releasing from the belly and the chest, coming out your nostrils. Eyelids heavy. Jaw is released and heavy. Tongue is released and heavy. Back of the neck is heavy. Feel the front of your throat and your windpipe and let it go. Soften in between your shoulder blades. Feel its contact with the mat. Feel your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms. Release the weight of them. Let them float. A part of you, but non-doing. Backs of your wrists. Feel the skin on your palms, on your fingers. Both arms, alive with sensation. Feel the front of your chest, front of your belly, all of the skin wrapping around your torso. Feel the information, your skin alive with sensation is sending you. Feel your buttocks, your hips, your pelvis, your groin. Feel the heaviness, the weightedness. Let it sink heavy to gravity. Backs of your legs, both of your legs. The back of your upper legs, the back of your kneecaps. What sensations are radiating right there? Backs of your calves, heels, entire soles of your feet. In between your toes. Tops of your thighs, inner thighs. Can you feel your kneecaps? Tops of your shins. Skin on the top of your feet. Your whole body. Your whole body occupied with your awareness. With your acceptance. with your kind intention. Feel your inner intention, what you wish for yourself, how you wish and how you actually walk in the world. Feel that space that you occupy within you. Everything that's outside of you is outside of you. As you breathe in what you wish to draw in from the outside world. As you breathe out, release thoughts and emotions that are no longer serving you. Breathe in new life, new vitality, possibility. Breathe out what you've used up, what you've let change. Start to wiggle the toes and the fingers, occupying movement with our intention for ourselves, stretching and expanding that intention into our reach, the deep crevices of our being. And when you're ready, we'll gently roll over to one side and bring ourselves upright to a seated space. You can be sitting on a block. Actually, I think I will have a nice raised space for my hips. My left hip is kind of aching here today. I'll invite us to bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. I have been rather free with our sense of time. Just looked at the clock. Sorry about that. I'll invite us to have 3 ohms and feel vibrational energy emanating through our flesh from source. What is actually connecting our mind for the thought to make the sound begin? What is making that beginning of impulse and initiation occur? Source. Deep breath in. Your tone, your sound, your vibration, deep breath. Allow for change of tonality. We are all in a constant state of changing. Practice changing and being okay with hearing our sound, seeing our states of change. Deep breath. Got a nice little tickly feeling in my lips there, reminding me that I like playfulness and tickly feelings because I'm a playful, silly person. Hands to the heart center at the Anjali Mudra if you wish. Holding our intention in our hands lightly, bringing it against our heart, reminding ourselves to carry our intention with us and hold it gently as though we're holding our heart. All of the love and light in me recognizes that same love, light, and kindness within you. Thank you for letting me share yoga with you today, my practice of yoga. Thank you for sharing your practice of yoga with me. Namaste, everyone. Oh, head on out to your dad's then. Yay. Thanks, Claudia. Good to see you. Namaste, everyone. I will stick around for a little bit, just a few minutes, in case there's any thought, any share, any questions that anyone has. We've been a donation-based yoga community outreach for 10 years. And what do I mean by that? I mean by sharing yoga in service of community. We've gotten the opportunity to work with so many organizations and agencies, from school districts, community mental health, nonprofits, working in trauma-based environments, working with kids, getting to work with seniors, sharing in a donation-based way for so long. And it's really helped me grow and connect as a human being and as a yogi, as well as just being able to really get to know the fiber and texture of my community, what makes Lansing. And I've been welcomed into so many hearts and homes, and I'm deeply honored to be able to do so. If it's in your heart or your pocket to be able to give a donation, paypal.me/justbeyoga. Feel free to give or not give. Check out any of our classes on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook playlists. Spread the word, share a video. That can be a great way to share this practice and give the gift of yoga if you found anything helpful about this practice today. Thank you, Abby. Oh, Abby, thank you so much. I'm really glad to have you here. Are you in the Lansing area? Are you from elsewhere? Ever since, the beginning of this year, we've had so many awesome people joining us from New York, from Chicago, from Seattle, from California. It's been amazing to be able to connect as beings across the interwebs. So feel free to just kind of say hello and where you're from, and thank you so much. Jump on in anytime that you wish. You might enjoy our chakra yoga flow tomorrow, where we integrate chakra practices, yogic practices, qigong practices to kind of balance out all of our energy centers. All righty. Casey, if you're still here, love you. Glad to see you for joining us this morning. I'm going to hang out for just another minute in case anyone else has anything that they want to share or say. Have a great day, Claudia. Katusha, awesome for you to join us. Oh, well, great, Abby. Great, Abby. Great for joining us here. And I'm glad to have you. And maybe we'll see you popping on in anytime you wish. You can always send me a Facebook message if you like, or an email, belinda@justbeyoga.com. If there's anything in particular that you're working on in your practice or that you want to know more about, if I know it or if I have some resources to share, I'll share. There you go. All right. Deeply humbled. Please enjoy this gorgeous day, everyone. Go share your intention. Namaste.